Hi there, Agile friends. Get ready for the World Tour of Agile at the Agile Online Summit 2023. You can join us from October 24th to 26th for a global showcase of cutting-edge Agile practices and insights. Join us at agileonlinesummit.com. This year, we will be featuring some of the best work done around the world and world-class keynotes. You can check all of that at agileonlinesummit.com. But the best part is that your ticket is on us. That's right, it's free to attend and immerse yourself in the world of Agile excellence. Don't miss out on this opportunity to level up your skills and network with peers and industry experts. Mark your calendars and secure your spot at AOS 23 today by visiting agileonlinesummit.com. So get your free ticket or opt for the full digital pass that lets you keep all the conference videos forever and organize, why not, Agile learning sessions at work. You can get the full digital access at agileonlinesummit.com. I'll see you in the conference floor. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Success Thursday this week with Toby Rao. Hey, Toby. Welcome back.
Hey, Vasco. Thank you. Glad to be here.
Absolutely. So, Toby, we talk about success, and we will, but we also want to hear from you. What's your favorite retrospective format and why?
So I favor 4Ls, which is liked, learned, longed for, and lacked. And the why, I feel it really is very powerful for generating ideas compared to some of the other formats. And there are some versions of this where there are 3Ls instead of 4. I think the learned part is a major differentiator. In some of the other formats, it's like what worked, what didn't work, what should we do differently. I think learning is a very, very important part. And as an Agilist, as a Scrum Master, I want my team and myself to be continuous learners, right? Learning is imperative. And there are so many things that you can learn from practical everyday work that sometimes books don't teach you. And when teams, when they go through this particular kind of retrospective, the liked is obviously things that worked. It's pretty standard that pretty much all of the retrospective formats have. The learned part is where I'm very curious to understand in this particular sprint, were there any learning moments? Did you acquire any new knowledge? And teams shared a lot of things about, oh, I learned the art of doing peer reviews better, or and they could also bring in things that are probably technologies that are coming in that they can improve on. So very, very creative and very honest reflection of what they learned. And what it does is for them to actually think about what they have learned, right? They learn, but sometimes when other people share, they said, oh, I did that too, but I never thought of that as learning. Interesting.
Yeah, it kind of reinforces the learning moment because everybody looks at those things from a different perspective. And when I mention it, kind of, describe it with my own words, then that has an impact on you. And that becomes almost like creating a shared reality, right? Like from now on, this is true for us.
Yeah. And also the other thing I want to add real quick is that if you feel that other people are learning so much and I'm not, it also kind of helps you to get the motivation to say, you know what, I'm going to learn something as well in the upcoming sprint, or you partner with somebody. So a lot of those positive things that come from this.
Absolutely. So that's the retro, of course, and we do the retros because we hope to be successful and help the teams and organizations we work with be successful. So share with us, Toby, what's your definition of success for yourself as a Scrum Master?
That's a deep question, Vasco. I need to get some more coffee before that one. But I think the response that I want to share with you is my success as a Scrum Master is when my team is truly self-organized, when they are sharing information with each other not because I, as the Scrum Master, is facilitating a particular event or a particular conversation, but because they want to share this information with each other so that together the team can progress faster. So either self-organized, and as they self-organize, they also become self-managed. And
And that, when you look at that process, so self-organized, self-managed, these are words we very often use in the agile community, and especially, of course, when it comes to Scrum, as it is one of the core aspects of Scrum. But that's kind of a definition of the end state, right? Like, how do you look at the team's progress from maybe not being so self-managed and self-organized to eventually reaching that point?
so one of the behaviors that I see is that people sometimes in daily stand up, for example, are not paying attention to what other people are saying because they, either in their mind or on their machines, are really preparing to share their updates with the Scrum Master, but they should be sharing with the rest of the team. So they are actually blocking the information that is coming to them. So the self-organization part becomes much more clear and actually impactful when you're actually listening to what others are saying. And you might have solved a similar problem in the past, and you might be able to offer a solution to somebody and say, hey, oh, you're getting stuck there, oh, you're getting this error. Let's talk right after the stand up, because I had that 2 weeks ago and I was able to solve it. So to me, that simple conversation between two people is self-organizing, where I, as the Scrum Master, don't have to go and solve the problem, or I don't have to facilitate or take that as a risk, but they are self-solving. So that's just a simple example of self-organizing.
And I think, excuse me, I think this example also highlights how important it is for us to keep our ears and eyes open during the daily stand, because the daily stand-up ends up being kind of a microcosm of what is happening in the team, even when we are not there, right? Like
Exactly.
if people are not sharing with each other solutions they have found during the daily stand-up, if they're not listening to what others are saying, then that's probably happening outside the daily stand-up as well, right?
Absolutely.
So it's a great place to try to observe, and of course then also think through how to improve the team dynamics.
Absolutely. So that's an example of self-organized. An example of self-managed would be, there is an external dependency where they need something from another Scrum team to come into them, and let's say that's delayed. So instead of relying on the Scrum Master to go solve the problem, if somebody takes the initiative and says, you know what, I worked with such and such person in my last project, I know the person very well, let me send a quick note to them and see if where they are with this, right? So they are self-managing not just internal challenges, but also taking the initiative to take it to the one step forward. And I also think that self-organized or self-managed, relies on trust and transparency. When people feel comfortable enough to share their problems with others, and others allow others to help them to go forward, so they're cutting off their egos and saying, you know what, let's together as a team succeed, as opposed to each one of us individually succeeding. I think that's really the foundation for self-organization, and communication is the main key there, right? Absolutely.
Absolutely. And it is what we observe the team doing that tells us whether we are being successful or not. Thank you for sharing that, Toby.
Absolutely.
Part of a successful Scrum Master job is to help the product owner. Tomorrow we explore that critical role in Scrum, the product owner role. Tune in to learn about product owner anti-patterns, what you can do to help the product owner, and a real-life example of what a great product owner is and what made it so. Tomorrow on our Friday Product Owner episode. See you tomorrow. We really hope you liked our show. And if you did, why not rate this podcast on Stitcher or iTunes? Share this podcast and let other Scrum Masters know about this valuable resource for their work. Remember that sharing is caring.